Treasurer Jim Chalmers has announced his priority over the next term of Parliament is raising economic productivity. It's about time. Economic productivity is key to Australians getting ahead. Higher productivity means more output with the same or fewer inputs. Getting more out of what you put in is what leads to higher incomes, improved living standards, and stronger overall economic growth. But this has not been happening. Productivity growth has been negative since 2022. This means productivity has been a drag on economic growth. And because of this, governments have relied on unprecedented spending paid for by you and unplanned for out-of-control migration to drive headline economic growth. But while this grows the nation's economic pie, Australians are being left with an ever smaller slice. A 2-year per capita economic recession has meant Australians are now more than $5,000 worse off today than in 2022. And because of how much we have borrowed from our children and grandchildren to spend today, this has created a perfect storm of high inflation that has put the dream of home ownership even further out of reach. The current direction is not sustainable. Governments need to recognise the private sector is the engine room which drives economic growth. Government is too big and it is getting in the way. We need new ideas. To start, we should slash spending to eliminate waste and duplication to make governments lean and efficient. A director of government efficiency from outside the system is needed to identify non-essential government spending. We must cut red tape that has reached record levels in recent years. Today, Australians must answer to no fewer than 107,000 public servants in Canberra who create and enforce rules that make it harder for business to get the job done. We need to finally solve the workers' shortage crisis. Businesses can't find the workers they need to grow and reach their potential because complex tax rules and red tape deter pensioners and veterans from entering the workforce. And we must prioritise energy security over emissions targets. The federal government's net zero pipe dream is making Australians dependent on unreliable and expensive wind and solar that make it harder for businesses and households to keep the lights on. Australia desperately needs a new approach. Economic growth built on higher productivity means more money in your back pocket. To learn more about the IPA's research, visit ipa.org.au.